Queen Elizabeth II has seen many historic moments over her 66-year reign, spanning the 20th century and going strong into the 21st. As monarch, she does not play a political role. Nevertheless, she had a significant role in bringing about the end of the Cold War when she warmed diplomatic relations between the UK and the Soviet Union. 2012 Amazon Prime documentary The Queen's Diamond Decades takes a look back at some of the historic moments in Her Majesty's life and features footage of the momentous occasion in 1989. Royal heartbreak: how Princess Margaret said last days were unbearable. Kate Middleton bombshell: how Roth set into relationship with William. Narrator Patricia Hodge says the Berlin Wall was finally coming down.
Years of intense diplomatic activity had played its part, as had the Queen. Just 7 months before the Berlin Wall started to be dismantled, before it finally fell for good in 1991, she had received Soviet leader Mikhail Gorbachev on a diplomatic visit at Windsor Castle.
The documentary explains he'd been warmly received at Windsor and given a royal tour of the castle by the Queen herself.
The documentary features archive footage of weeping Berliners celebrating the fall of the Berlin Wall and taking pickaxes to the concrete wall that had divided the city for 28 years.
Robert Hardman, in his 2018 book Queen of the World, comments UK-Soviet relations were still well short of the diplomatic intimacy required for a state visit when the Soviet leader Mikhail Gorbachev and his wife, Reza, made an historic 36-hour visit to Britain in 1989.
The trip would be a key moment in bringing about the end of the Cold War and the fall of the Iron Curtain.
That one lunch had achieved a more powerful diplomatic impact than so many of those 110 sumptuous state visits before or since.
In addition to welcoming the Soviet premier, another historic moment occurred at Windsor when, during an informal luncheon at the end of the visit, the Queen accepted an invitation from Mr. Gorbachev to visit Moscow.
In 1989, The Independent called the invitation and the Queen's acceptance hugely symbolic. Journalists Anthony Bevins and Rupert Cornwell wrote, the announcement of what will be a hugely symbolic event came as Mikhail Gorbachev ended a packed 36-hour visit with an informal lunch with the Queen amid the splendor of Windsor Castle. It confirmed both the close personal and political relationship between himself and Margaret Thatcher, and their different views on nuclear deterrence, above all on the need for NATO to modernize its short-range nuclear missiles in Europe.
Mrs. Thatcher, who was invited to make a return visit to Moscow, said she was very happy at the prospect of a state visit by the Queen.
The Prime Minister said at the time, there will be tremendous advantage. It will indicate the warmth in the relationship.
Her Majesty would go on make history again when she visited Moscow, making her the only British monarch to ever visit Russia, when she stayed at the Kremlin with Prince Philip in 1994.